Hey, this is Toby Smith with the Next Big Thing report. I think by this time, you've probably heard of vaping, but you may not have heard of Vapor Hub International. Kyle Winther is the founder CEO. And, dude, it appears that vaping's going to stay here.
Oh, yeah. It's here to stay.
What are the numbers? I mean, they're pretty mind-boggling.
Well, right now, Wells Fargo did a study in 2014 that the entire electronic cigarette industry is $2.5 billion. That's actually broken up into e-cigarettes, which is about $1 billion, and vaping, which is $1.5 billion. So as you can see, vaping has already overtaken the e-cigarette side of the market.
So tell me what an e-cigarette is versus a vape.
Sure. So e-cigarettes are your tiny little electronic cigarettes that you see at gas stations. They can be rechargeable, disposable.
But what makes them electronic? What are they burning?
Well, it actually is a battery component with a microchip in it that is rechargeable. But inside of that, you screw on a cartridge that has your e-liquid and a coil. The problem is that the battery's not that powerful, and the coil's not that strong, so you're not getting a good vapor production. It's really not good taste. So then you graduate up into the vaping.
But besides that, it's really great. I'm kidding you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So describe vaping and show us your product here.
So once you get to the higher levels, you get into the vaping, which are larger batteries. This one's called a mechanical mod. So this is the actual mod.
Right.
This is your atomizer, which actually converts the e-liquid into a vapor. So you drip the e-liquid right into the atomizer, or you can have a tank system, but you simply press the bottom button and inhale.
Yeah. Holy mackerel.
You get a good amount of vapor, and you get a lot better flavor and taste on the e-liquid than you would a disposable or a rechargeable electronic cigarette.
And so there's two target audiences here, right? There's the younger, and then there's the smokers who want to quit smoking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The younger demographic is more of a hobbyist generation. So they're actually coming in to find the newest and the hottest products. They're coming in to find the best e-liquid flavors. It's really dived into it as a hobby. Then you get the older demographic who come in that are looking for an alternative to cigarettes. So they come into a vapor bar just like we have. We have 2 retail locations. So they come in. Our customer service team asks them what kind of flavors they like, and they try the flavors and figure out what's best for them. Then we get them set up with a small kit, and they typically start at a higher nicotine level and wean down to a 0 nicotine.
So you can actually get the liquid. So let's talk about the liquid, because the liquid is now one of the big differentiators that you can make these very cool flavors. What is the hottest flavor right now?
Oh, right now it's our line Binary. This is actually our line that we manufacture. It's called Array. So we like to think of it as a high-end juice line. So it's not your typical blueberry, tobacco, or cherry.
I'm just thinking about a vaporizer and a fruit machine.
That's pretty much what it is. So we have about 5 different extracts. So there's people with different palates. So what we'd like to do is add a lot of different extracts into it. So on the inhale, you get a certain flavor. Like this one has sour apple, kiwi. So you get that on the inhale, and then on the exhale, you actually get a raspberry, kind of a sweet flavor on the exhale.
All right. Load me up here, man.
You want to give it a try?
I want to try. And when you put the liquid in now, there's it's a wild, wild west, right? Anybody can make this liquid. So you guys are trying to get to a point where you would be FDA approved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So currently there's not too many regulations. One of the things they are trying to regulate is make sure you don't sell to anyone under the age of 18. We've been in the business since 2008, so that's something that we've always abided by. Make sure you don't sell to anyone under the age of 18. But we do forecast that the FDA is going to start regulating the industry to the point where it needs to be in a certified lab, ISO certified lab, GMP, to make sure that everything's done in a controlled environment. Not only that, they want to make sure that there's full warning labels on the bottle itself. Make sure you list the ingredients, the harmful effects. And in California, even the Prop 65 warning.
Right.
So what we've done is that we've been ahead of the curve rather than behind it. So we've already done all these things. So our bottle has a child safety cap,
very good,
solar wrap, tamper evident. And so what we forecast is that the FDA is going to have all these regulations, and we're actually going to be in a manufacturing facility that could be the only FDA-approved lab in the nation.
Well, the money is in making the vapor, right, or making the liquid? I mean, is it more profitable, or is it the machine?
It's actually both, so it's a double-edged sword. So you want to get the product in their hand, which we've developed. This is our own brand. We've manufactured the Limitless mod. So it's very popular. We get the mod in all the consumers' hand, and that typically has about a 50 to 60% profit margin on all of our devices with wholesale distribution and retail. And then on the e-liquid side, it's a consumable product that you have continuity on. So you're getting a lot of consumers that we have 5 flavors. They're going to try out the line. They're going to come back, buy one, try another.
They buy it on the internet typically, online?
Yeah, you can buy it online, but we also distribute to vape shops around the nation, if not worldwide.
Yeah.
But the best part is we're talking 70% profit margin on our e-liquid.
I had a feeling it's not too not a lot of cost there. All right, so your brand, so the brand of liquid that you make is?
It's Binary e-liquid.
Okay, Binary e-liquid, and you sell it now in the vape stores. You know, I don't know how many vape stores are in the United States now, but it's a big number.
10 to 20,000.
Yeah, and so when I go in one of those vape stores, I get to try these various flavors, right? That's
Yeah.
other cool thing.
Yeah, every vape store is going to have a little starter kit. They'll give you a battery. They'll either have all the flavors in a tank that you could try. They'll give you a protective cover that you could try and make sure it's sanitary. So you could try all the lines, and there's a lot of different lines out there, which goes back to the regulations that we do encourage the FDA to regulate this industry, because there are a lot of fly-by-night e-liquid companies that are making this out of their garage, their bathtub, and we really want to make sure that this industry is regulated to a point where it's going to push all these fly-by-night companies off the shelf and make sure that large companies like ours has a standard of regulation on the liquid that will be there, and consumers know that it's something that they can trust and is safe.
All right, so what have you guided to now in terms of, or what were the revenues that you had in the last reporting period?
So our last filing was a nine-month revenue that we did $3.59 million.
And how much is that is retail, and how much is that wholesale?
So our breakdown is about 80% is wholesale and distribution, 10% is about online, and 10% is our retail locations.
Cool. So what's the big plan, Kyle? How are you going to make this into a $100 million company?
Well, we got to continue to increase manufacturing. We're going to continue to innovate products, come out with new products, continue to sell and market to our existing clients, as well as increase our sales team to get more wholesale clients and really push the e-liquid, since we do have 70% profit margins, that there are tens of thousands of stores that are in the nation, if not more, worldwide. So getting our brand out there to all these shops worldwide, that is a certified e-liquid, is really the game plan to grow the company.
All right. So if you want a certified e-liquid for your vape, I remember when vaping first started, I take the train up and down New York and Washington, and people were vaping on the train. It got the people a little jiggy. People were a little nervous on that. But it's, the health benefits for people stop smoking are amazing. The health risk, how do you describe the health risk for vaping?
I mean, there's a lot of different comparisons. I mean, you look at traditional combustible cigarettes that have 4,000 known chemicals, 40 known carcinogens. You got your tar, all sorts of chemicals. And e-liquid, there are 4 ingredients. There's vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, flavoring extracts, and nicotine or non-nicotine if they choose a zero. So the comparison is pretty self-explanatory.
I'm with you. Well, vaping is not new, but the next level of vaping is new, which is having regulations, having it not just be whatever the heck you're putting in there. You guys have been at it from the beginning, which is very cool. So you've been there, done that. If you're looking for sort of a growth part of the vape business, it's Vapor Hub International. And Kyle Winther, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right.